either during the course of these conversations or afterwards, there's one major spoiler that I did get from this movie. Apparently, the drill sergeant gets fragged. I know there's that famous drill sergeant. He went on to do other things. He like kind of duplicated this performance and other things, which I have seen. There was some TV series. It was science fiction, and so there was a science fiction military boot camp, and this drill instructor came in. And I think one thing Dad really liked about this movie is he went through boot camp. Even though it was for the Navy, it was still boot camp. It was just like an Army boot camp. And so he knows a lot about drill instructors. He actually became friends with a couple of drill instructors. He talked about the psychology of it. And the thing is, they'll say all kinds of shit to you. The whole steers and queers line and all that stuff. And they'll try to find some way to get under your skin. Usually they start by talking about your mother and they go down the list. Dad was like fucking 18 years old. And none of this shit worked on him. Because he could see it come from a mile away. It's all manipulation. I want to see if anywhere you're weak. And they want to try to drum you out. Because if you can be triggered with some weak shit. Say you're like a part of a fucking military police in East Berlin or some shit. Whatever, wherever, somewhere in the world. If people can get under your skin by something they say, you could disgrace the military and actually maybe even start a war. Who knows? You cannot be triggered by words and be in the military. So the people that can't get over that shit, they're out, man. They weed them out in boot camp. It's all part of the process. Dad knew about this. He'd actually been part of the National Guard. I think I've told this story before. When he was 15, he joined the National Guard. He pretended he was 18. And for 3 months, he was in the National Guard. And they thought he was 18. Back then, paperwork being what it was, it was a joke. No computers, whatever. We're talking about the 50s, right? And then one day, his mom found out what he was doing, and she showed up at the National Guard base while everybody's standing out there. There's like 200 people in the yard. She comes out screaming at them all, talking about he's only 15 years old. What the hell are you doing? She's going to see them all locked up. She's going to tell the president, whatever. And she fucking grabs him by his hair and drags him off the field. 15 years old. He said he's never been more embarrassed in his life. And of course, they had to let him go because they fucked up. But when he joined the Navy, they said, do you have any prior military service in the other branch of the military, right? He said, well, I was in the National Guard for 3 months. And, told him his ID number, whatever kind of information to corroborate it. And once they corroborated it, he was getting his paychecks, his pay bumps. Apparently there's a pay bump like every 6 months or something. You get an automatic wage increase every 6 months or something. I think he said it was every 6 months that you're in the military, right? He would get all of his wage increases 3 months before anybody else who joined the same time he did. Actually, him and his best friend both joined the military at the same time. And he was getting his fucking wage because he had 3 months of prior service. That counts, right? So because this 3 months he illegally spent in the fucking National Guard, which he didn't tell him about, he said, hey, I was in the National Guard, I served. Like he did serve, he was part of it. So, and one time he calculated how much extra money he made because he was making money 3 months earlier than he would have been, right? And it was in the thousands of dollars over the course of his 20 years in the Navy, right? Anyway, point is, maybe because of his prior National Guard experience and he had experienced some stuff there, maybe it's just he's perceptive, I don't know. But he knew what the drill instructor was doing, so the drill instructor would just say all this shit. And then Dad would just take it. Yes, sir, no, sir, whatever. Clean it again, yes, sir. Clean it again, it's still dirty, yes, sir, whatever, right? Whatever you got to do. And very quickly, the drill instructor would identify, okay, these people are not going to be a problem. So he would stop fucking with those people. They barely fuck with that. After about 3 days, they stopped fucking with them. And they focused all their attention on the weak motherfuckers. The people who would respond, who would get pissed off, who would talk back, So the whole thing, it's all a game. The drill instructor's there for a purpose, to weed out the weak motherfuckers. That's it. You just got to toughen you up, right? And tear you down so they can build you back up. So he played the game as fine. But he loves drill instructors and shit, so he loved this movie. That's one of the reasons he wanted me to watch it. Yeah. But I was spoiled in the fact, apparently this drill instructor gets fragged in the middle. I think it's probably towards the end. Maybe the climax of the movie. Maybe this ruins the entire experience. I doubt it. I think this is a journey movie. I doubt it's like everything hinges on this one plot point. But I didn't spoil it on it, They fragged this motherfucker. Matter of fact, that's where the term frag comes from, I think. Is they use a grenade to kill him or some shit, right? I'm pretty sure the term frag comes from this movie, or it's a military term that this movie first popularized, right? It could be one or the other, I'm not sure which. But many people have referenced fragging, and many people have talked about Platoon. There's no way I was going to get out of this. It'd be like trying to watch The Sixth Sense right now. How the hell are you going to watch that movie and not know the twist, right? So, anyway, full disclosure, I'm spoiled on that. And maybe I'll make a couple frag jokes. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I never script this shit ahead of time. But I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm just going to enjoy the experience. And I'll probably still say, God damn! When we see his brains go all over the fucking place, right? And we'll see. Maybe it's justified, maybe it's not. If they're weak and they're just mad because the drone strike hurt their itty bitty feelings, I'm not going to be on their side. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. Alright, let's go ahead and get into this.
You serious?